Today's technological advances and fast-paced life, BMS is your trusted next-generation IT solutions provider that keeps you ahead of the competition. From humble beginnings, BMS Company is now one of the fastest-growing software engineering service providers, with international presence and golden reputation for excellence. The BMS Company is your one-stop global destination for web development, mobile application development, digital marketing, SEO, Facebook and Google advertising, social media management, business consulting, printing services, and many more. BMS is trusted to provide timely, cost-effective solutions. At BMS, we believe in providing guaranteed results, irrespective of a project's complexity. No stories, no excuses. And core to all of our operation is that we practice what we preach, and we deliver what we promise. We're proud of our dream team of solution-driven enthusiasts comprising of industry experts in various fields, including blockchain, IoT, and AI. Our unique makeup and cooperate synergy enables BMS to add heart to technology while delivering our trademark exceptional results for our esteemed customers. Get free 3 months of hosting and 30 days SEO when you partner with us today. Call us now on 469-992-4567. or visit our website at thebmscompany.com.
Hey, what up, what up? This your boy Gabriel Willer, and I'm locked in with my bro, Mr. Ferman Jackson Jr. on Walking His Ways and Impact Voice. Loved your show, bro. Keep it going.
You are now listening to the most talked about blog talk radio station in the universe. Walking His Ways, Impact Voice Radio. Be prepared to have your mind stimulated, your spirit elevated in ways you couldn't even imagine. Introducing your host and the mastermind behind this unforgettable experience, Ferman Jackson Jr. You will not be disappointed. Let's go!
Hey, I want to welcome everybody to another edition of Walking This Way's Impact Voice podcast. I'm your host, Ferman Jackson Jr. I'm broadcasting live from my new home of Arlington, Texas, outside Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, all the surrounding areas. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to a special edition. It is January 18th, 2022. We're halfway through January, almost going into February. Hope everybody have their goals. Hope everybody has their mission statement on point. Hope everybody got some things done. It don't have to be the big thing, but little simple things that you want to get done for the start of 2022. I want to introduce my guest this evening. She's a recording artist from my hometown of Mobile, Alabama. She's making noise. She's about putting in work, making progress. She showed that being consistent is key, and I know she took time on her busy schedule, to kick it with us here on Walking This Way Impact Voice. So I want to introduce my guest, Bianca Clarke. Welcome to Walking This Way Impact Voice podcast. Thank you for taking time out to be the schedule. I know you have a lot going on, a lot of projects, a lot of events, a lot of shows. You're making moves, and not only that, you're putting, of course, me and Anna hometown on the map, along with C Now, Young Blue, and many other greats that came through. So once again, thank you for taking time.
I appreciate you having me.
Oh, most definitely. I
appreciate the promotion too that you put into it. I really admired that. That was really dope. I appreciate that.
Oh, most definitely. Just all about, with you making a name for yourself. I know we had a lot of great female MCs before you paved the way, like Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, Yo-Yo, Me X, Eve. Just the name of Lauryn Hill. Just quite a few females that paved the way, in a male-dominant environment when it comes to hip hop. I know they put women in certain categories being sex symbols, but actually have flow and do the things that you want to do to pave the way for other female MCs who want to come up in the ranks. So I want you to introduce yourself to the audience that's going to tune in, that is tuning in now, to know you for the very first time.
My name is Bianca Clarke. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I've been doing music for a few years now. Really my whole life, but professionally for a few years. I worked with a lot of big people. Trina, the main one, got a video out with her. Young Blue, shout out to him. Rollo, you know, just to name a few people that I work with. And I'm just doing my thing right now, man. I just started my own label, QB Gang the label. So right now I'm just branding that, you know what I'm saying, and just looking forward to a good year this year, you know, trying to take this to another level. So.
And most definitely, and like I said, following you Chris for quite some time. You consistent. You're all about making moves and connecting with a lot of big names that are in the industry, and you know paving the way as well. Also, so how long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music my whole life, really, into music my whole life. I've been doing it professionally for like, I say like, and when I say professionally, I mean like knowing the business and knowing what I really doing for probably about 3.5 years.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, so.
Oh, awesome. So I know you've been doing music, like I said, for quite some time. So is anyone in your family musically inclined, or are you just the first of your family to take it mainstream?
Yeah, my dad was a DJ. My daddy used to DJ for LL Cool J. So, and my mom, she's a singer. My mama was on Star Search, you know what I'm saying? Modeling, like she's just a beauty queen. So I guess they mixed me up good between them two, you know. So it definitely came from my mom and my dad, though, you know.
And awesome. And I have worked with your mom before, great lady, of course.
Well, you know, I ain't lying then when I say
Yeah.
she's beautiful.
And most definitely she is. And like I said,
Inside and out.
Yeah, most definitely she is inside and out. No, and she has her and your dad made a great daughter in you because you're doing it, you're making things, and you're not settling down. You're not settling for less. So let me ask you this, and I'm gonna ask some little silly questions, of course. My next question is, what's the worst pickup line you ever experienced from a guy?
I wouldn't say it was a pickup line, but it was more of like trying to come on to me. I was at a show one night and I was just standing up towards the wall. I kept seeing this dude kind of keep walking by a little bit, looking at me. All of a sudden, this dude, real deal, just came up to me and tried to kiss me in my mouth. Like, no question about it.
No, you good.
Okay. Wait, okay. With no question at all. So he just tried to, like, he didn't even ask me. He just say, you know what? I'ma just go right on into it, you know.
That's bold to do something like that. Cause won't you go to jail for something like that? Like,
yeah, it got bad. It got bad. Cause the person that was with me, they were ready to fight, and it was just bad. So I had to get him put out the club, and so I could do my performance and leave. It was just a crazy night. I don't know what made him do that. I can't understand it. So I just don't even know. But it was a crazy night. But he didn't. I called him. Like, I'm like, man, I looked up. He just right here. Like, what's wrong with you, dude?
oh wow,
like, you can't just do it.
And that's crazy. So I know you being a female performer, very beautiful, of course, female performer. Don't it kind of get kind of shaky for a little bit when you're dealing with the males and stuff like that? Because you know how males are. They very got a crush on you, and then they want to try to. I know fans do some crazy
it's
stuff.
Definitely a lot. Especially when you go just as hard as a male musically, they start to forget that you're a girl. And I have more issues with men than females, honestly. Like, just with the clout chasing, the things that they do just never cease to amaze me. And sometimes I really think they forget I'm a girl. Like, I be like, y'all, you do know I'm a girl, right? Like, I got different body parts. Like, I'm not a man. So it's like, trying to beef with me and these
Really?
things like that, making diss songs, and like that's not. I'm a
Really?
girl. Yeah, I had all it, all
Wow.
of it, all of it. Yes,
I ain't never known male rappers to beef with female MCs. Is that anything?
I've had plenty try to not even try, but just strike up stone cold beats with me, and it's all the way down to making songs like and videos with me in with putting my pictures in the videos, and you know, like it's be crazy, man. Like I don't know.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's crazy. And I know. I think you was on the interview. I think I seen it was on YouTube where you had called somebody out. Correct me.
I
Is
didn't,
that?
yeah, that was just see what I'm saying. Like that's a prime example. Why would he even put that on YouTube? What is that to put on there? Clout chasing, a man, a grown man. That's what I'm talking about. And that was just the other day. So
Oh
that's just
really?
something. That's just a little bit of what I deal with these men. Like it's really ridiculous. Like it's like, what is that to even put on YouTube?
I
You
know,
know what
right?
it was? The guy was supposed to shoot a video for me. He told me he didn't have time that day. Whoop the whoop. I just so happened to have an interview that night. So I go I'm like, okay, well, I ain't get to do the video. So I go to my interview. All of a sudden, the guy just pop up at my interview, sitting there like he was finna chill and smoke. I'm like, bro, why you here? I thought you was busy. You know
Oh
what I'm
wow.
saying? So that's where that came from. And he really he got a kick out of me going off on him. Like, why did you even come up here? Because you wanted some clout. You knew I was gonna say something to you. You knew what you was trying to do. Like, and once again, I'm a girl, dude. Like, try that with one of the males. Like, y'all be tripping. Like, you trying to get clout out the whole girl, and it shows with him even putting it on YouTube. Like, why are you happy that I went off on you?
Wow.
Like that's not even really nothing to broadcast. Like, if you not, that's only people do that is if they feel like they can get some type of shine or clout off your name, you know. So it just taught me a lesson too to just address things different, because I wasn't even thinking about the cameras or none of that at the time, and it was a learning experience for me moving forward. I gotta know how to do. Just because you got people waiting on that type of stuff, I gotta do it a different way, and don't
Yeah.
get them the, you know what I'm saying? I can't give it to them like that, because that's what they really be wanting. So it was a learning experience. Even though I was right with telling him, asking him, why you here in my interview, why you come up here, I should have just waited to after the cameras and stuff was off, and then chopped it up with him on the side. That what I did, that reaction, that's what he wanted, and I gave it to him.
Yeah, and I know with you being a name in the industry, I know you have to be, careful, cautious, because you're dealing with people, dealing with the public. And I know as a woman of your stature, I know you most likely keep your circle small. I know you be mindful of the things that you do, the people you associate with. Because I know a lot comes with the music industry. So my thing is, what would you consider the highest of your career compared to other things?
The highest, I would definitely say my one of my biggest opportunities so far was to work with Trina, though. That was a high, for me, because I grew up watching her. Like, I mean, it's Trina, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, that was like a big thing for me. Like, and to be able to get the video done, like, that was huge for me. And I don't care how many people I work with down the line and how many other female rappers I work with, I'ma always remember her. Fucking with me in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna remember that, and that's gonna go far with me. She fucked with me before I was anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just that was big for me. It didn't take for me to be a real big artist for her to work with me. You know what I'm saying? And that just meant a lot to me. Cause Trina don't work with everybody. So she don't have to. She been doing it so long where it's like she can have her picks and chooses. So
Right.
if she worked with you, then it's a blessing. And then I was honored. Like, so that was big for me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm a huge fan of her, so that was big.
And that's what. And matter of fact, how did that connection happen? With you and Trina?
Somebody booked me for a show a couple years back, and I was opening up for her. I performed. Later on at night, she found me on Twitter, and she tweeted me, and she was just like, "You did a great job, dog." This and then she tagged my name, so I was going crazy. I'm like, "Dang, like, you know what I'm saying?" And that was the first encounter when she actually acknowledged me. And so after that show, a lot of people in this market, from Pensacola to Mississippi to Alabama, Atlanta, when they would book her, they would put me on the show to open up. So I did that, I don't know how many times. She just, got to see me so much after that. I was just seeing her popping up everywhere she was at. And she was just seeing a response I was getting from people, things like that. And then so I had a song that was popping at the time in my market called I'm With It. And I just wanted to do a remix, and I reached out and we got the feature done. Then I ended up getting Tokyo Jets on that too. But once we did the video, Tokyo Jets was pregnant. So that's why she's not in the video. But she's on this actual song that's out.
Cool,
so,
beans.
Both of them. No.
And I know you have a new album out, Pretty Thug, correct?
Right.
Okay, what made you come up with that title? Because you never heard, you heard the Thug, but Pretty Thug, that's different. So what's up with the concept of that?
I just wanted to find a way to define me, and to just try to give a name to my demeanor and just the way that I am. And that was the best way I could put it. You know what I'm saying? That was the best way I could put it. Like, I'm just in between. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So it's just a way of branding my personality, the way I am, the way I dress, the way I do music. It's everything about me. I played sports growing up. I played basketball my whole life. So I grew up a tomboy. That's just how I grew up. So, and I transitioned into getting my hair done, and I love to get my nails did. So, and so it's like a bunch of gumbo. Like, it's just I'm a pretty thug. You know what I'm saying? So that's the best way I could explain my music as well. The way I make my music and the things I talk about in my music. It just explains me as a whole.
Awesome. And I know that music plays a huge role in our life, of course. You got music that motivates you, got music that make you cry, make you laugh, make you shout, make you go hard in the gym, or whatever the case may be. So when I know the album's available now on different media platforms, what can the audience expect from this album once they at home and they ride at the gym, cleaning the house?
They can expect diversity. It's different. Every song is different. You're gonna get every type of style. I'm singing on it and rapping, and I wrote every word on the CD. You're gonna just get different. It doesn't sound like no other females that's out. It's just my sound. It's a new sound that I'm bringing to the industry, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you get, just something fresh, something new, different from what's being heard right now from a lot of these females. It's just repetitive. And I feel like when you hear me, you're going to hear a difference,
Awesome.
And something fresh, a new sound,
And that's what it's all about. So how many features on the album? How many tracks on the album?
It's 15 songs. I've got Back End Foreign on there. Shout out to him. As No Cap Brother. A girl, Baby Fendi, Senile, who else? Brandon Abner, JD the Gotti. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay then.
So I make sure.
Okay then, and we know that the album, of course, is available now on different media platforms. that you can go check it out, purchase. It's also support. I know that
Yeah,
when it
it's out
comes
everywhere. Y'all make sure y'all go download that. It's out everywhere. And I'm doing a video this week to one of the songs called Swish Sweet. So that'll be out soon.
and awesome right there. I have a question from someone. They said, "Have you thought about making music with Lil? Was it what they say? Lil who? I'm gonna say. They said, "Have you ever thought about making music with Lil Jamay the beat in the future?" I don't know who Jamay is. How would you Jamay? Um,
Lil Jermaine. Where he
yeah,
from? Is
Jamay.
it a he or she or?
It's a
What?
with like what producers or like music features have you did or thinking about collabing with in the future, like
In the future?
or
I
yeah.
would love to work with Zaytoven on a single. I love Zaytoven beats. His trap sound is just something that I gravitate to. A lot of females don't really like getting on those type of beats, but I love them. Like I'm a real big fan of Gucci Man, the old Gucci Man, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely would like to work with him on the production end. As far as features, I mean, I'm really open to work with anybody that's moving. I really don't want to put a name on it because it's a lot of people I would like to work with, you know.
Right, I was just ask you,
but
like,
I will say, have you ever heard of 3D natvie? She's out of New Orleans. Okay, it's a chick out of New Orleans that I like. That I want to work with. But yeah, it's a few people in this year that I do want to lock in with some new people.
Yeah, I was listening to one of your songs, the song with you and Young Blue, and I was like, I like it. What other male artists have you did a feature with?
I've worked with Honeycomb Brazy. I've worked with Rilo Rodriguez. I got a song with 21 Savage.
Okay.
Rich Boy. Yeah.
So what is been it looks like you're pretty young in the industry as well. Like how's that been, like being a young female in the industry coming up
you think I am?
Cardi B's and Stallions? Like
how you think I am? With me and my community in particular, I just noticed a lot of the kids wanting to be rappers now or artists and right out of school. So what we're working on, we're putting together a music program at my old school, LaFleur, and it'd be like an 8-week course for the kids to learn the music business. And once they complete that course, they'll get like studio time and other things like that. But I would like to help educate the youth on music business early, so that when they get out of school, they already know these things, and it can be kind of easier for them to maneuver and get to where they trying to get a little quicker. Because like with me, it took me a while to learn stuff. I actually went to college. I went to the Art Institute of Atlanta for audio production, and I had to pay a lot to learn a lot of the stuff that I know. So I was just trying, that's one thing, because I noticed that music is a way to the youth. That's like the gateway to the youth right now. And most of them want to do music. So I just want to try to, we just trying to bridge that gap to where they're not just trying to rap and just rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? And try to actually have a career out of it and know what they're doing early on, instead of doing it for 5 years and then learning.
Yeah, learning by hard knocks. Wow, I really commend you for that. Like, it's so important to give back and to teach people, some of the lessons that you already went through, they can skip that step. So I definitely commend you on that. I can't wait to see that program, up and running. And thank you for giving back, especially to the children, at John L. Floor.
Yes, I appreciate you recognizing it too. We had a great event at Trina Garden Park. Shout out to Adrian Penn. She came to me about it and brought the opportunity to me, and it turned out very nice. It was a Stop the Violence event. We gave back school supplies, we gave away clothes, food. I performed, a few more people performed, and it was a really good event. My family was out there. It was dope. The news came out, and so I was happy to be involved with something like that, just something different, because I always just do events at the club and stuff like that.
Right.
So and I'm definitely I want to do more of that. I want to do some more events, like, just catering to you. Then I found out about this Boys and Girls Club not too far from Trina Gardens, and they got a big studio in there for the kids, something that I didn't know. So I went up there, I got a chance to go up there and see the kids and stuff, and look at the studio and just see they set up and see what they had going on up there. And so it gave me that event gave me a chance to connect with some people on some different levels, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
outside of just the norm. I got to meet some of the city councilmen and stuff like that. So
I heard you say, you went to school, you invested in your craft, you made some mistakes. It took you a while to really learn the business. So for the people who are listening, what's one lesson that you learned that if you could share with somebody might help them out? Like one L you took, a L that you turned into a lesson.
I would say I would just say I allow people to be I allow people to take control in my situation, and that's never good. I don't care if you have an investor or who put money behind you. You make sure you making the right decisions for your brand, because soon as something don't go right or some fall apart, it's gonna be on you. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that like people make these make these moves on your behalf and think they right about stuff. Then as soon as it don't turn out right, they just leave you flying high and dry. You know what I'm saying? So I would say always be in control of your career. I don't care who behind you. You make your decisions for you. Make the best decisions for you, and you just stay in control regardless. But that's been a big L for me, because me letting somebody else be in control kind of knocked me down a little bit, and it was days I kind of didn't want to do it no more. It'd be hard to pick back up when somebody be with you, but then when stuff fall apart, they go on and they leave you to pick all that up on your own. So I would just say remain in control of your career regardless. Like, make your own decisions. You can take opinions and stuff like that, but ultimately, you make you had the last say so.
That's some great advice. I can't wait to connect with you in the future. Thanks.
Thank you.
Man, awesome stuff right there. And I know you mentioned something about you go to the gym and work out. So being a performer, and I know being on stage, so is that important? I know that should be important with you working out, eating healthy, of course, when you're performing on stage.
Yeah, it definitely does. Definitely help you keep your wind up. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay active. You can't be an artist and it's just like sports. You got to stay. Even it don't matter what size you are. You can be small, skinny, big, whatever. But you want to try to stay active though, and keep your win on that stage. Because I see some people be looking bad up there. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you got to stay active. It come with it. You got to keep yourself up though.
Man, and you got to. And I know you got your own label that you just started. So are you in So are you looking for artists to be signed to your label, or what's going on with that?
Not right now. Right now, I'm just putting the building the foundation
Gotcha.
and the network to where when I do bring an artist in, it's set, everything is set up for them. You know, I'm just piecing everything together right now. I don't like to sell people dreams. I don't do stuff like that. If I bring somebody in, it's because I really want to help them and I know I can at that time. So I don't sell people no dream. I don't do that. But I am eventually this year, I'm gonna get to a point where I can bring an artist under me, you know, but I want it to be right. I don't like to sell people dreams and lie to people and oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna blow you up, and I don't like to do that, you know, because I'm still on the rise myself. So I try to be realistic, you know what I'm saying? I'm still getting out myself. So, you know.
Yeah, and that's pretty big to be able to start your own labels. I know back in the day, people were always looking to be signed with these different labels, of course. But I know now with the technology we have now, people are doing the independent thing with their own live streaming, their own marketing, their own promoting.
I'm gonna tell you what made me do it. I watched a Jay-Z documentary.
Okay.
And it just inspired me how when he went to these labels, they told him no, and they wasn't really interested all the way up until it just made him get his own imprint. And, you know, of course, Jay-Z like the biggest rapper ever. So I kind of got inspired by it. I watched his documentary and it inspired me to start my own thing. I feel like I ain't gonna tell myself no.
I know, right?
So this mine. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, this is my logo, QB Gang. You know.
Awesome. And that's what's up right there, to be able to take pride in ownership, like your own project, your own marketing, your own music. Like you said, you're not gonna tell yourself no. And it's a big shout out to you for doing that, to have your own label. And that's a beautiful thing, that you ain't got to put your destiny in somebody else's hand. You got your own destiny.
Official label too, a label that I filed taxes on.
Congratulations on
official
that.
label.
Congratulations on that. And keep up the great work. And I know we pressed for time. I know you got another engagement.
Yeah, because my phone's gonna cut off on you too.
Okay, my last question. What do you want your legacy to be after it's all said and done?
I want to be I want to be the baddest female to do it from my state. You know, I didn't say the best. I ain't say I ain't trying to be the best. I ain't trying to be none of that. I just want to like do it on another level from here. You know, just show girls that's younger than me that it can be done on a big level. Like that's what I want to show, because I didn't get to see that growing up. So I would like to show some of the little young girls, like it's girls from here that them blue, like, and shout out to Flo Millie from Mobile. I got to shout her out. She doing her thing. She's another fellow female artist from here, from Mobile, and she's really doing her thing. And I just wanted to shout her out.
Hey, that's what's up right there. And I know you're a busy woman, of course. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to interview you here on the podcast, of course. And like I said, big shout out to my hometown of Mobile, even though I'm making life here in Dallas, Texas. But I do thank you for the opportunity. And I know you press for schedule, so you could be a guest on here anytime. Never be a stranger, and keep doing the great work.
Definitely. Every time I got something coming up, I'm going to come on here and kick it with you.
Oh, and do that. And I appreciate you for, allowing me to, connect with you directly. Cause I know when you're working with people, you got to go to this person, that person, and but you reached back out to me directly, and I do appreciate that.
Yeah, shout out to the ladies that tune in too, and I appreciate the ladies.
Anna,
shout out to both of them. And if it was more than that, shout out to all y'all. I appreciate y'all ladies chiming in for real, and that's what we need: Black woman empowerment. I appreciate it.
Most definitely appreciate you as well. And I know we got Anna coming with her segment with financial goals. So I know those who are excited about reaching their financial goal for 2022. I encourage you to have your notebook, paper, whatever you need to have, pen, pencil, whatever you need to have. She got some great tips for you to be able to get your financial goals in order. So Anna, take it away with the latest segment for the week with dealing when it comes to our finances.
All right, thank y'all so much. I got to go.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Bianca.
I appreciate you. See you later, Anna.
Bye.
Okay. See you later.
All right. I want to thank Bianca so much for coming on and gracing our show. Man, that was a great interview, and I really got to see a totally different side of her. And I cannot wait to see the next thing she does for her business, her career, and for her community. So shout out to Bianca. That was awesome. Tonight, y'all, I'm super excited. I'm pumped up. If y'all don't know, I'm about to let y'all in on a little secret. So today, I wanted to talk to you about the power of how credit affects you when you're getting a new car, a new home, and what a big difference it can make in your personal life. Okay, so a lot of times we go to the dealership, we see the car, it's new, it's bright, it's shiny, it's expensive. And what we do, we talk to the finance manager and they run our credit. And they do what's called a hard pull on your credit report. And they don't pull it just once. They pull it multiple times, sometimes 6 times, to see who will be willing to take you on as a customer and finance your loan. And what happens when you pull these inquiries, it reduces your credit score. Okay, it doesn't necessarily hit an individual for every inquiry, but it is collective. So it could drop your score between 2 to 10 points, which could be devastating depending on where you currently stand. So I want to talk to you about what can you do to avoid this and how can you get the best possible rates when you're trying to get a car. So let's take a trip down memory lane. I remember being young and no one was being malicious. They weren't trying to hurt me or harm me. My family and friends gave me the best possible advice that they knew at that time, which was, Anna, don't go get a new car. It's going to be too expensive. Anna, don't get a luxury car. Don't get a sports car. Get a common car. Get a used car. Okay, those are all things that we've heard before. Why? Because we're considering how much is it going to cost you? How long is it going to take you to pay it off? A lot of times your family, your friends will take you to a dealership where you can get something that's common and standard, like a Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Honda, and there's nothing wrong with any of those brands. All of those car lines and makes and models have high-end cars as well, okay? Absolutely nothing wrong. But this is some of the advice that we've been given, right? So I want you to know it's not that will affect you in the long run. Okay, so when I was younger, I went and I got a Ford. Nothing too shiny, nothing too fancy. I didn't get red. They said it would make my insurance high. I didn't get a Sport. I got a sedan. All these different things. I didn't get it brand spanking new. I got it a little bit used to try and lower my payments. So I got this standard car, this reasonably priced car as a young adult, but my interest rate was through the roof. So I ended up paying much more for a longer period of time. So now that I'm older and a little bit wiser, let me tell you some things you can do. When you're going to purchase a car, you can go directly to your personal credit union, your personal bank, and even if you have a relationship or a rapport built with your credit card company, go to that one source and they can do a soft pull for you, let you know if you're eligible, and then give you a potential interest rate. Then what you can do, instead of the finance company running your credit multiple times, you already know you're approved, you know how much you're approved for, and you know what your potential interest rate is. So you just saved yourself from dropping your credit score up to 10 points, maybe down to 1 or 2, which is a big difference when you're trying to improve your credit score. Okay, there's a big difference in a 2% interest rate versus 11% interest rate. All right, so consider those things. So you want to make sure that your credit is in good standing before you go and apply for a new loan. You also want to keep track of your inquiries. Inquiries are when you are requesting a line of credit, when you're basically saying, hey, can I get some money? Can I get some money? Can I have some money? And what happens is that's a red flag to vendors. They're going to say, why is she asking? Why is he asking so many people for credit? It's just like saying, why are they asking to borrow so much money? And so on your credit report, depending on the number of inquiries you have, that will also reduce your score. So you want to have a healthy range of inquiries. You do not want to ask for a line of credit more than 10 times in a year. Keep your inquiries low. They stay on your credit report for up to 2 years. So what you want to do at the beginning of the year, keep up with every time you have your credit ran or pulled when you're asking for a line of credit. Okay, you want to keep this number between 1 and 6, which is a nice healthy range. If you keep it between 2 and 4, you will always stay in the green. But when you get past 6 to 10, that's going to start putting you in the red zone, saying that there may be an issue here because this person keeps asking for credit. Okay, so you want to keep it healthy. Remember, these inquiries fall off every 2 years. So track them. When they fall off, if you need to apply for something, you can plan your big purchases. So if you know you want to get a new car and 2 years ago you applied for a loan and you have 6 inquiries about to fall off, wait for them to drop, then apply. Also, work on building your credit. You can get a $27,000 car with an 11% interest rate, and you'll end up paying close to $37,000. You can get a $34,000 luxury car with a 2% interest rate and pay that same $37,000. So let's be smart about our purchases. You can have everything your heart desires. You don't have to limit or reduce yourself, but you do need to be responsible and reasonable. You work hard. You deserve the car of your dreams. Let's just plan this purchase out in advance. Make sure it's within your monthly budget. Make sure you don't have a bunch of inquiries already on your credit report. Make sure you go to your financial institution and see, are you pre-qualified? That way you know how much credit do you have available to get. That gives you an idea of what you can afford. That's within your budget. It's your safety net. So those are my tips to you about getting the car of your dreams for the right price, for the right interest rate.
Awesome, Anna. Thank you with the latest segment for the week when it comes to dealing with our finances, because we know money is a tool. You know, that's something we have to use while we're here in the earth. And be wise. I know a lot of times we have made mistakes because we did things like the Bible said, you know, he said, my people destroyed for lack of knowledge. And we all have been destroyed from lack of knowledge, but we thank God, because people as you, Anna, that's already in that arena, equipped in that arena to spread that wealth of knowledge to those who wants to take heed to what you're saying and not keep making the same mistakes over and over again, you know, week after week, year after year, things of that nature. And I'm gonna ask you this one too.
Yep.
How should people learn how to, I guess you want to say, spread out how much they make a year, how much they make a week, and how much they do monthly? Should people start doing that as well? Just like a blueprint amount. Just know where your money at. Especially when it comes to what we're working for ourselves or we working for an employer.
To be successful with your income, with building wealth, you definitely need to know what you have versus what you're spending. When you have a clear view of how much you actually earn versus how much is going out, it is a big indicator of what changes need to happen in your budget. Now, you can base it off of what you make monthly, weekly, annually, semi-annually. All of that is fine. But if you want to keep it very simple, let's keep it as simple as possible. Let's do green, let's do red. Green means you need to write down everything that's coming in. So write down your 9-to-5 income. Write down your side hustles. If you do hair on the side and every now and then you make a couple dollars, if you cut grass, if you provide a service or a product, anything you do, if you get child support, alimony, Social Security, disability, anything that you do that generates income, Periodically, you flip a car, you flip a house. Write it down. You need to know how much money do you have coming in. And then adversely, you also need to know how much do you have going out. If you are spending more than you earn, you need to make some modifications because you're not living paycheck to paycheck, you're living in deficit. And in order to create wealth, you need to live below your means. So there's a couple of ways you can do this because you do not have to deprive yourself. You either need to increase your income or you need to reduce your expenses, or maybe do a combination of both. So when it comes to your finances, one, know what you have going on. Know what you're spending your money on. Know if you're in the red. Then you need to work towards not spending more than you actually earn. You want to have money left over at the end of every month. That's how you start creating wealth, when you're able to save and invest.
And that's important because I don't know, that's a big factor. That's why I want to ask you that, because just knowing where we at when it comes to our financial situation. You hear people say all the time, you're faking it till you make it and things of that nature. Let's get rid of that BS way of thinking and really practice some hardcore discipline. I know we had talked about this on the show previously. I know you work with different clients, and tell anybody, hey, if you're serious about your business, invest in, like you said, invest in your service. I know it takes time, resources, and things of that nature, but pick up a couple hours if you're on your job. Do some overtime to get to the next step, and also give people as Anna, who's already in that area, to be able to help you get on the right track. And I know, Anna, it's embarrassing to be able to talk about our financial situation. I know it could be embarrassing to talk about our credit score, and it's like going to an AA meeting. But the first thing they're gonna tell you to do, admit that you're alcoholic, and we have to admit
have a
that,
problem.
hey, my
We all
finances
have
are jacked
spending
up.
problems.
Exactly. And that comes from a child immaturity. And I'm just speaking from my opinion as a male. I believe as a man, it's very important to have our self-established. That's what I want to say as a man. That's just me, my opinion, to be established on every area of life. That's just my opinion. And encourage the fellas to, hey, take care of money, because we don't talk about money either. We talk
Mr.
everything else,
Ferman,
but
can I ask
we
her?
never talk about our finances. Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
You go.